Welcome to Ask the Good Doctor. Thank you for joining us on SiriusXM Urban View, Channel 126. I'm Dr. LaJoyce Brookshire, here to share wisdom about how to attain, maintain, and reclaim your perfect health. Please join me on Twitter at Ask the Good Doc, on Instagram and Facebook at Ask the Good Doctor. I'd love for you to jump in with your questions and feedback. Now, today, we are going to discuss how to avoid cold and flu naturally. It's the official cold and flu season. That's right. We're in it. I want to share some information about how to stay well naturally. But first, I want to give some facts and figures and recommendations from the Centers for Disease Control. You know the people down at the CDC in Atlanta. Well, most of the time, they say, flu activity peaks between December and February, and it can last as late as into May. And since 2010, the CDC estimates that flu has resulted in between 140,000 and 960,000 hospitalizations and has resulted in between 9.3 million and 49 million illnesses each year in the United States since 2010. That's amazing. That's a lot. Now, they recommend that preventative measures can be taken to stop the spread of germs, like frequent hand washing, and we've had that conversation here, keeping surfaces disinfected, covering your mouth with a tissue when sneezing or coughing. Paramount, okay? The CDC also recommends a yearly flu vaccine as the first and most important step in protecting against flu viruses. So just hear me out. These are their facts. They also strongly recommend that flu shots should be given in a clinical setting like hospitals, clinics, health departments, and a doctor's office, because people may have symptoms after getting the flu shot, listen to this, like hives or hive-like reactions, such as angioedema, which is the swelling under the skin, which can pop up on the face, the tongue, the larynx, the stomach, arms and legs, and other side effects could be respiratory distress, lightheadedness, or recurrent vomiting. And those make a very good case. Those side effects, that makes a very good case for having the vaccine, if you choose to have one, in a medical setting, to be supervised by a healthcare provider who is able to recognize that you're having a severe allergic reaction. Additionally, they can manage that severe allergic reaction. So I think that the potential side effects really does make a great case for not getting a flu shot at your local drugstore or the grocery store pharmacy. Now, when I used to see those signs popping up, I thought, my goodness, what in the world? What have we come to that we're offering drive-by flu shots? What if someone finds out they're allergic in the worst way in the middle of the grocery store? Really? I've personally cringed when I see that, people lined up to get their flu shots at the grocery store. Seriously? Seriously. For what? For the $25 gift card or the $25 in points that they're offering? You know, that's the incentive that they're giving. If you elect to have a flu shot, please do so at your doctor's office, okay? Here are some figures from the CDC. Flu shots of adults last year reached an all-time high. Let me start over. Did I say flu shots? I meant flu deaths of adults last year reached an all-time high of 79,000 during 2017 and 2018. That's right. My guest mates in the studio here, my team members, they're frowning like, what? Yes, 79,000 deaths from the flu last year, adults. And regarding flu shots, some children 6 months through 8 years of age and seniors require up to 2 doses of the flu vaccine for it to be adequately protected. Children in the age group who are getting vaccinated for the first time will also need 2 doses of the flu vaccine spaced at least 4 weeks apart. Those are the CDC recommendations. I'm intentionally taking that deep sigh because there's so much I can say, but I will not. This topic leads us down into a miry clay. I will invite you to my website at askthegooddoctor.org to continue this conversation with me. That said, Did you know that God made an awesome healing machine when he made you? There is not, there is a way to not get cold and flu without getting the flu shot. Yes, there is. And we're going to do the top 7 tips right here, right now. Grab your Good Doctor notebook. The top 7 tips to keep you and your family well this winter. The first thing that you should know is that, yes, you are what you eat. Oh, yes, you are. We talk about it here all of the time. Keep this mantra in mind. Eating fruits and vegetables, especially in the winter months, will give your immune system the vitamins and the minerals it needs to combat against the germ invaders. Yes, it does. So that while the CDC is recommending that you stay away from sick people, I say that we should be able to be around sick people and not get sick. That's the true test of an immune system, to find out what you're made of. And it's also a true test that when you know that you are feeling on the I don't feel my best side, for you to use your common sense and to please stay home. Please stay home when you don't feel well. Don't transfer what you may be feeling, but not only that, your life vitality is low. Your life force is low. There's a transmission of energy. Ooh, that's another show all by itself. There's a transmission of energy, one person to another. And when you don't have the energy or the life force to protect yourself, you are more susceptible to pick up every little thing eking around. When somebody coughs, you can get pneumonia. That's not where you want to be. You want to be to the point where someone has pneumonia and you can go in there because your life force is built up. Your immune system is built up. All right. And in the coming weeks, we're going to talk about my favorite things that we do to keep those things up, to keep the immune system strong. And we're going to talk about one of them today. Number 2, I want you to make water your primary beverage. Make water your primary beverage over period, end of sentence. I don't know how many times I can say it. I don't know how much I can say it. Contrary to the popular TV ad, America should not run on Dunkin'. We should not. Okay, this habitual lifestyle of coffee and fancy coffee drinks are what we have, and that we have also innocently given to children, by the way. Okay, because they taste good and they're sugary and, you're doing it. So why not let them do it? Yeah, that's a problem. It has made America sick. And I want you to drink half your weight in body ounces per day. If you weigh 200 pounds, I want you to drink 100 ounces of water. If you weigh 150 pounds, I want you to drink 75 ounces of water per day. I want you to cut out sugary drinks. And if you're going to have juice it yourself. That's what you can trust. The juice you juice yourself. For goodness sake, don't ever drink anything made from concentrate. That also is another show. Gosh, I'm programming the future here today with this list. How about it? Number 3, go to bed. Oh, but you all have heard this before from me, right? Did you know that the body only heals itself when you're sleeping? A sound sleep by midnight can help stave off all chronic diseases, most of them. Children should be in bed by 8, period. Stop letting them roam the cabin with you, and you stop roaming the cabin yourself. Put down those dishes. Put down that vacuum cleaner. Get off of the internet. Turn off the television. Stop. Think about your health. And you know what? Do you know why it gets dark earlier when it's cold? So you can nest. And so you can get rest and stop giving into, I'm just going to push through. We wear our S on the chest too much, to our detriment. Go to bed. Number 4, take your vitamins. The body needs supplementation of high quality, organic, and preferably wildcrafted vitamins and minerals. Now, choosing one with the green superfoods, like containing wheatgrass, spirulina, blue-green algae, chlorophyll, barley grass, it gives you the mineral power that you need, but it also feeds the brain. It also feeds the body. Now, if this is too radical of a thing for you to eat dirt, guess what? Nobody asked you what it tastes like. All right. Because yes, it tastes like dirt. The good stuff tastes like dirt. All right. Sometimes there's some stuff out there that tastes good, but I want you to choose a vitamin that is either liquid, powder, or chewable. Liquid, powder, or chewable goes right into the bloodstream immediately. That's what you need. Okay, so people who don't really believe that, I want you to do a little test. I want you to take your vitamin and I want you to drop it in a glass of water and I want you to monitor it. I want you to see how long it takes for it to dissolve. All right? A long time. And some of them never do. I have a friend who owns a porta potty company, and he says in the bottom of the porta potty company, on the bottom of the porta potties, are all kinds of vitamins. All kinds of vitamins. These people never get a chance. Also, I want you to take cod liver oil and vitamin C. Well, guess what? Your mama was right. Mama was right. Okay, because we had to line up to take that cod liver oil or we could not have dessert. We couldn't. We had to line up for the cod liver oil. Oh, and not only could we not have dessert, we had to go right to bed. But in the wintertime, guess what? It was already dark, so it was okay. So, sometimes if you just couldn't stomach the cod liver oil, like, I just can't do it today, I just go to bed. But most of the time, my mother wouldn't let us skip out on that. She'd make us take the cod liver oil, and she'd make us take our vitamin C chewables. I'm so glad she did. And how many of everybody in the studio is nodding like your mother made you take your cod liver oil? Made you take, oh, I have one no in the studio. You, Christian, what? Your mom didn't make you take cod liver oil? Okay, we'll get to that later. We're going to change all that around for you. The best cod liver oil, though, is Carlson's lemon-flavored cod liver oil. Now, the best way for you to take the cod liver oil is to take it while you are eating so it does not repeat. Okay, because cod liver oil can repeat on you. All right. So if you take it while you were eating, when we're at the dinner table, we just pass the bottle around and everybody pours themselves a tablespoon of it. That's how we do it. And it's amazing. It's like oil into the body. Okay. Like the Tin Man, slide some oil into me. And then that vitamin C, the cod liver oil transports the vitamin D that's necessary and acts as a conductor when the sunshine is limited. So the vitamin C builds your immunity. And the Carlson's lemon-flavored cod liver oil is excellent. So for vitamin C, children should have around 500 milligrams a day and 2,000 milligrams a day during the winter for adults. That is like a good number to follow. Those are good numbers to follow for you to take your vitamin C. Additionally, I want you to wash your hands. Yep. So the CDC has that right. Wash your hands. How do we wash our hands properly? Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. Sing it 2 times all the way through. Happy birthday to you. And then sing it again. And then you've washed your hands properly. Don't forget to scrub under your nails. And most of all, when you grab your paper towel to dry your hands, do not touch the faucet. So when you go into a public bathroom, let me just speak for myself here. When I go into a public bathroom, I don't touch a thing. All right. I walk in there with a tissue or I grab a paper towel when I walk in. I lock the door with the paper towel. All right. And I put the paper towel on the hook and then I use that same paper towel to exit. I get a clean paper towel to turn on the faucet and a clean paper towel to turn off. Yes, I use a lot of paper towels. Okay. But guess what? I have this germ thing. All right. And public restrooms are notorious. And how many times, and never, never, never touch a door on the way out of the bathroom with your bare hand. And don't do it with your sleeve either. I see a lot of people using their sleeve. Now you're just dragging all of that around with you all day. All day. Please don't. All right. Now it goes home with you. How many of you get on your bed or take your clothes off and throw them on the bed after you've run around all day? Yuck. Okay. So stop. Don't do that. Use paper. Use the paper towel. That is the best way. Now, spreading germs, because a lot of people leave out of bathrooms without washing their hands. You know it. We all see it. Okay? But I call people out. I do. I say, wash your hands if I'm at the sink. I do. I can't help it. I can't help it because I think it's disgusting. Now, frequent hand washing with soap is good. Not the antibacterial soap. But if we're out, it's kind of hard not to wash with the antibacterial soaps because that's all that's available. But at home, use regular soap. I use a Castile soap, a Dr. Bronner's soap, or I use Mrs. Meyer's soaps on my sinks in kitchen bathrooms because regular soap is equally effective. But you have to really wash your hands. But we should be really washing our hands. Washing hands is the single best way to prevent germs. the single best way to prevent spreading the germs. So it's right up there with drinking water and sleep for me. Now, immediately upon entering your home from the outside, wash your hands. Make sure that you do after touching your pets, after smoking, before eating, after eating. And the antibacterial soaps seep into the bloodstream, which is why we should be careful, because this is why we've got a antibacterial resistant society today, because antibacterials are everywhere. They're in the things that we use to the sanitizers, they're in the soaps, it's in food. We can't get around it. So when you have control of it, control it. Okay, so we want the good stuff to soak into your skin, not the bad stuff. The last thing is I want you to control the amount of sweets that you're eating during the winter, especially during cold and flu season, because those sugars, all they do is drag down the immune system. Yes, they do. Drag down the immune system. And we need to do everything we can to bolster the immune system. So the worst thing in the world you can do is eat store-bought sweets at this time of year. When you are going to a party, make your own sweets. Control the ingredients. Control so you know what's in it. Not only that, when you take something to the party, you know that it's something healthy because number one, you made it and you made better choices when you bought the ingredients. This is how you know. Have something sweet on hand for your family to have so they're not tempted when they go out into the world. The children love those oatmeal raisin cookies. Those children love those chocolate chip cookies with the real cacao chips. Yes, they do. If you buy that and make that and have that, the children want whatever is good and it's tasty and moist because we're baking with things like applesauce and cranberries and all of those goody things. And you can find them organically in the store. Yes, you can. But why not bake and make it a family affair? So those are the 7 tips to avoid cold and flu naturally.